Hey guys, it's Jessie V. Yes, I still have a cold, so I currently sound like a frog. I'm trying to get over it, so don't mind my manly voice, please. By the way, do you guys like my hair today? I feel like a fabulous princess right now. Like, look at these curls! Woo! I love them. If you guys were curious, I used the Numi Titan 3 curling wand, and I actually really like how it turned out. Numi was actually sweet enough to send me this wand to test out and to show you guys. So thank you, Numi. They're known for a bunch of hair care items like curling wands, straightening wands, all kinds of stuff. The ultimate place for your hair. I feel like I could cast a spell on you guys. But yeah, I definitely approve of this. I love what it's done to my hair. I will be using this all the time now. So wand, you are my bestie. Because trust me, this lion's mane is hard to tame. This wand is 100% titanium and it has 3 interchangeable barrels. Let me show you guys. So you can choose if you want big curls, medium-sized curls, or small curls. So for me, I kind of use the medium one and the small one for my hair. And because it gets like super hot, it holds your curls in place, which is what I always need. You don't want your curls to just flop. You want them to bounce. Gosh, I sound horrible right now. It's weird because I look like myself, but I don't sound like myself. It's like I got like 3 octaves lower. Oh, and it comes with a glove so your hand doesn't get hot. Don't burn your... I just threw the glove. I just threw it. But yeah, that was my little curling wand review. I don't review products much on this channel, so I was actually really happy that Numi sent me this wand. And they actually have a holiday collection on their website right now, so you guys can check that out if you want to give someone an awesome gift or if you just want to spoil yourself. Yeah, it's just a good thing to check out, so I'll put the link in the description for you. I also have 2 different discount codes that Numi gave me to give you guys. So yeah, check that out because discounts are awesome. Discounts are life. Anyway, let's start with the V time. Thanks for listening to my little review. You guys are awesome. So let me start by saying I've been on a few bad dates in my life, and I've also dated a few very strange people. I've actually made a couple of videos about them in the past, but I have never talked about the date that I'm about to tell you. It's definitely the weirdest that I've ever been on, and because I'm still sick, I may have to take a few cough breaks and water breaks. Speaking of water, let me clear my froggy throat. I actually feel like I am dying. I can relate to all the zombies now. I know how they feel. I sympathize with them. It's not fun to feel dead. Alright, so when I was in high school, I met this guy Nick. That's not his real name, but it will do just fine for this story. He was very skinny, he was very tall, he was a bit more on the punk side, and he was kind of shy. So we had been talking for a little while. I remember this one phone call that we had. I heard his mom yelling at him in the background. We were casually talking and she was like,
Nick, stop putting your socks on top of the coffee maker. It makes my coffee stink.
And he goes, oh, sorry, Jess. I think I just left the TV on. Psh, the TV was not on, okay? You can't fool me. Anyways, after a few weeks, we decided to go to a movie together. And thankfully, we both loved scary movies because it sucks going to the movies with a friend when you both like different genres of movies. And then you can't decide on which one to go to. I feel like none of my friends like horror movies. Even my boyfriend is like, yeah, Jess, I'd rather not. I cry about it sometimes. So Nick and I plan out this horror movie. I don't remember what the movie was called. I just know it was scary. He came over a couple hours before the movie so we could just kind of hang out for a while. And this is where the weird part starts. So this guy has huge spacers. And for the younger kids watching this who may not know what those are, spacers are kind of like when you stretch your earlobe so wide that there's a big hole in the middle. It's kind of like wearing really thick earrings. And I actually don't have anything against this if it's like a decent size. But if you could fit your entire wrist through your ear, there is the problem, okay? I mean, you need to get a doctor to stitch that up or something because you are gonna have droopy Dumbo ears by the time you're 60. So Nick's spacers were kind of in the middle size. They weren't too small, they weren't too big, they were just in the middle. And the thing about spacers is if you smell them, they smell so bad. And because I am Curious George, I googled this. I was like, Google, why does this happen? Why do they smell? And Google told me it's there's dead skin cells and skin oil that collect around the spacer. And the bigger the spacer, the bigger the smell. Gross. It's so gross. So we're just sitting on my bed talking about something, and he decides to take his spacers out mid-conversation and put them on my pillow. And I was like, no, what are you doing? Don't put those there. And then he proceeds to reach over to my jewelry box, which was sitting on my dresser. He pulls out a pair of my favorite large pearl earrings that have like flowers around them and diamonds and stuff. They're pretty big earrings. And he puts them in the stinky holes of his ears. And guys, I am a huge germaphobe, okay? So even if he didn't have spacers, this would gross me out. I could feel like my eye twitching as he did that. I was like, no, those are my favorite earrings. What have you done? And you know what he says? He goes, oh no, they'll only stink for about a week. And make sure you clean them off because there might be some oil from my ear on them. Huh? So that really pissed me off. And I don't get angry that easily. But anyways, I decided to be the bigger person and just brush it off. I was like, Jess, he's obviously a little weird. Let it go. So then comes the next incident. My mom loves decorating the house. She should have went to school for like interior decorating or something. She loves to put this delicate centerpiece on like every table of the house. And on this particular day that Nick was over, she had this tall glass vase with a bunch of decorative glass balls inside of it. I know it sounds weird, but it was quite pretty. So we're just sitting in front of the TV, passing the time before we have to go to the movie, when Nick takes the phone from my hand and runs down the hall with it. I don't know if that was his way of trying to flirt, like,
oh my god, I got your phone, come chase me. Let's run around the house like Care Bears.
I don't find that cute. But anyways, I got up and started chasing him because let's be serious, I wanted my phone back. So as I'm running after him, I watch him run straight into my mom's table, and the glass decor on top of it just falls off and smashes on the floor. It's broken. It just shattered. Like, guys, I pretty much saw it happening in slow motion. And my dad, who was upstairs at the time this happened, hears it and yells,
is everything okay? What just happened?
and we could hear him stomping towards the living room where this just happened. And Nick looks terrified. He can hear my dad coming. So he goes over to me and says,
Jess, say it was your dog. Just tell your dad your dog did it.
and I was like, but my dog is fat and lazy. He would never do this. But anyways, my dad runs in and sees the disaster. And he asked what happened. And Nick and I are completely silent for a couple seconds. And then I'm like, it was the dog. And my dad looks over at my dog, who is in the corner of the room just peacefully sleeping. He has no idea what's going on. Anyways, we cleaned up the mess and left for the movies finally. We get there, get our tickets, and start heading for our seats when Nick is like,
aren't we gonna get some popcorn?
and guys, I am personally not a big fan of popcorn. I'll pause for a second while you all gasp. Okay, so I was like, okay, I didn't know you wanted any, so let's go get some. And then he goes,
It's just that I don't have any money to buy some, so can you buy me some popcorn, please?
and so I did, because I was trying to be a good date, unlike he was being. And because I don't believe that guys always have to buy girls stuff when they're on dates. I just thought it was weird that he asked me to buy him something, you know what I mean? But I let that go. I would try to sing the Frozen song right now, but my voice, I can't. I feel like I sound like Olaf. That was a weird noise. So the horror movie starts, and this guy, who told me that he loves horror movies, was so terrified. Like, I don't think there was a point where he wasn't grabbing onto me. His face was pressed up, like, into my armpit the entire movie. He did not want to see the screen. And he wasn't joking, guys. You know when you see somebody who is legitimately scared? Like, you could see the fear in their face? Yeah, that was him. I was more scared of what he was doing than the actual movie. So this movie finishes, and this guy looks like he's in complete shock. We head out the doors of the cinema, and he just takes off into the parking lot. So I run after him, and I'm like, where are you going? What's going on right now? I thought I was driving you home. And he was like,
No, I texted my mom during the movie and she's here to pick me up. The Goodbye.
And then he just ran off. No hug, no nothing. He was just gone. And then 2 days later, he unfriended me off Facebook. I don't know what I did. Did my armpit stink that bad? I don't know. Anyways, guys, that is the end of my V time. I'm sorry that I sound like I'm dying. I'm really hoping that by next week, my voice will be back to normal because I don't sound like myself. I sound so weird. Anyways, as usual, my social media information is in the description along with my vlog channel and my P.O. box information, so check it out. That's a lot to say in one sentence. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, guys, have an awesome day. Until next time, bye.